So we've done all of the gravel now. Orange and orangey black, bit more black here, and then black on this side of the layout. And now we're going to put a PVA water glue mix down, which is 50% water, 50% PVA. So this tub of PVA, I've got quite liquid PVA in there. And a little drop of detergent, that just breaks down the surface tension, is very important. So it just all seeps down nicely into it. And what we'll also do is pre-mist the gravel as well. That helps the mix just to go in. And pre-misting is where you get a water spray with some water in it and you just wet it down. It takes a bit longer to dry out that way, but we're going to be leaving it overnight anyhow. So here's a surface tension demonstration. These are two blobs of just plain water, and they've had a few drops there added to them. Now the surface tension is keeping the water in a bubble shape, and this will also stop it going around gravel so easily. But if we get a bit of detergent, which I've got here, we just put a drop or two into the water, it should break down the surface tension. Straight away that bubble of water gets broken down. See? That isn't even mixed, but it's already doing it. We do it again on this bubble of water and see what happens. Just put a little drop in, boom, straight away. So we've got our pipettes and syringes and our PVA water mix with some detergent in it, and this is a pre-mister system, very expensive, 50p. Put water in it and you just spray a water mist over the gravel, and that helps it settle again and all seep into all the gravel. But it does of course water down the mix. Now some people put the PVA water mix straight into the bottle and spray it over. The only problem with that is while you're spraying, if you get too near, you can actually blow the gravel around, and you might not want it to have done that, so you can quickly reposition it. If you're spraying a glue water mix, you're actually going to be spraying glue all over it as well, all over the track. You're going to be getting a bit messy, so I prefer to spray just plain water. That won't affect the track either because it's just water, and then pipette on the glue where I want it, which is actually on the gravel. Not too near, or you'll blast holes into it. So yeah, from about there, that's it, and just get it wet. So you've got to do round down here, I think. That's it. It's quite good fun actually.
Yeah.
Squeeze up some fluid. You can use a syringe, or I'm using a medicine dispenser, and then just drop it on. And you really want to see it sort of flow around every area. You don't do it too dense. That's it, a little drop so that flow together. Right, so I've marked out a square area, rectangle area. Now I'm just lobbing in between that. All of the blobs will meet in. So one slight problem we had is as the PVA mix gets nearer to the bottom, that's where all the stodgy bits of glue are sitting. Sometimes you suck those up in the syringe or pipette, and then they go on the layout like that as little blobs. Now they are a bit thick really. Most of the time this will dry clear, but you don't want them like that. So I just pre-mist over them again and then dab them with my finger and break them down and mix them into the gravel, and that will get rid of those. Or if you can even pick one up and put it on a tissue, great. Now I pre-misted with water in this bottle and then put the glue mix over it afterwards. But if you do put it in the bottle and spray that on, then be very careful when spraying over the points. You might just want to mask them with a bit of masking tape just to keep the glue water mix off of that, because you don't want any glue over the point mechanism, because that would just impede its performance. And also, of course, it will stop the electrical conductivity and you have to clean up where the contacts touch. But at the moment, because I'm just spraying with water, this track at the end should be still very nice and able to conduct electricity. It might just need a little wipe down with some surgical spirit or perhaps a track rubber, but that will be it, and it will be as good as new. So there is the finished thing. We just need to leave it overnight to dry. Scallywag corner is drying. It was essentially finished to stage one. All the scenics are done to a point where all the fundamentals are there. We now need to add details such as pieces of scrap, perhaps some plants and lichen around the concrete walls, some little characters. Got a couple of Gretchens here we can put over the layout somehow, and we've also got to decorate it with tanks and other characters.
Apart from the lights already at the bottom, we've added some red LEDs in the face. It also looks good in the dark. Yeah.
You turn the light on again and press the red LED on the lights on the eyes. That's cool.